Yes! All right, welcome back, everybody. Tim Conway Jr. on KFI AM640. More stimulating talk radio. After the bottom of the hour, we're going to get an update on the president, the traffic. You just heard Angel talk about it during the break there. So at 7:30, an update on what areas to avoid and the president leaving town shortly. All right, we were talking in the first segment about Proposition 30. And I think I made a pretty clear case on why I'm voting no on Proposition 30, and you should as well. Vote no on Proposition 30. Again, I'm not opposed to taxes, but what I am opposed to is a government lying to us. Jerry Brown is lying to us, scaring us to death, and telling us that all of the money raised by Proposition 30 is going to go to schools. That is a lie. It's going to go to a general fund, and it's going to take $6 billion a year out of the private sector and give it to government employees. They're not going to make any cuts, gang, on the government level. Since the year 2000, the government spends 42% more than it used to. 42%. Now, I know at my house, I have taken my monthly nut and reduced it by anywhere between $2,800 and $3,000 a month. I got rid of the gardener. We don't have a housekeeper anymore. We used to get a water service. We used to have one of those bottled water services. Not anymore. I got rid of a lot of things in my house. I reduced the cable bill. I reduced the quality of the car I drive. I have really knocked it down where I can manage my money. The state of California has not done that. They don't know how to do it. And we are very fortunate to live here in California, home of the world's smartest people, home of the world's most creative people. All of the movies made in California, those are all the blockbusters. Those are all the ones that are making $100, $200, $300, $500 million. They're all produced right here, or at least they're all initiated right here. Some of them are shot on location, but at least they're all generated out of Los Angeles. The writers, the directors, the producers, the actors, we're all here in Los Angeles. Some of the most creative people in the entire world live within the sound of my voice. That's pretty cool, right? So we should have billions and billions of extra dollars. People come out here on vacation. People love to come during the winter here on vacation because of the weather. We have the greatest weather, the smartest people, and the most creative people. And we're broke. We're broke because the government is mismanaged and the government lies to us. Vote no on Proposition 30. They're lying to us about Proposition 30, and I'm urging you to vote no on Proposition 30. If they want to do this next November or maybe next June, design a proposition where they're not lying to us, I would consider it. But for now, it's all a lie, and vote no on Proposition 30. Now, we have some of the greatest amusement parks in the world right here in California, and that's what people like to do. They like to come to California and go to these great amusement parks. I mean, we have Six Flags Magic Mountain. We also have Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, and Disney's California Adventure. It's called the happiest place on earth, and it's located right here in Southern California, and we're broke. Two great amusement parks, and every single family member that I have, they love going to Disneyland, and I'm sure your family is the same way. You know, kids, when you tell kids we're going to Disneyland in a month or so, they start behaving. My dad used to do that. He used to tell us, a month before we were going to Disneyland, hey, we got 30 days. You got 29 days. You better not screw around. And my dad would take us out of school one day a year and take us all to Disneyland. And you look forward to that forever. You know, sometimes 2 or 3 months before we went, he would say, in January, hey, we're going in the middle of March, so you better behave. And that's what you did. You behaved because we're going to Disneyland. So it's a great place. It's a very special place. And a lot of kids have a lot of great memories going to Disneyland. It's not cheap to go to Disneyland. For a family of 4, if you're coming into town, you're staying down there, you're staying in one of the hotels, and you're going to go to the park maybe 3 days, it's probably over $2,000. When you think of admission and then food and lodging, rent a car with flights and everything, it's probably more than that. It's probably about $3,000 or $4,000. And so all of that money is coming into California, and yet we're broke. We're broke because this government has mismanaged our tax dollars. We also have Universal Studios, another great place. People love to come to Universal Studios. We got great water parks here. We have Six Flags in Northern California. We've got the Legoland here in Southern California. It's really a great state. We should all be enjoying the state, and we should have a surplus. We shouldn't be worried about putting propositions on the ballot and having to lie to people. Now, I have a list in front of me of the wealthiest people in the United States. And what most of them have in common, they don't live in California because the income tax in the state of California is too high, and it drives out the wealthy people. Well, if we drive the wealthy people out of California, their money goes with them. They buy cars wherever they live. If you live in Colorado or Nebraska, or you live in Florida or Akron, Ohio, and you're a wealthy guy, you don't buy a car here in California and have it shipped there. No, you buy it locally. We're driving business, and we're driving business leaders and wealthy people out of the state of California. Here's a list of the top 20 wealthiest people in the United States. Bill Gates, of course, with Microsoft. He lives up in Washington. Then you have Warren Buffett. Where does he live? Does he live in San Francisco, L.A., San Diego? Where does he live? Santa Barbara? No. He lives in Nebraska because he's paying less tax in Nebraska. Then we have Larry Ellison, who was with Oracle. He lives here in the state of California. Charles Koch, David Koch, the Koch brothers. One lives in Kansas. The other one lives in New York. Then we have the Walton family. The Waltons can live wherever they want. They own Walmart. They can live wherever they want, and they've chosen Jackson, Wyoming. Why? Because they pay less in taxes. Then you got Jim Walton, another Walton. Where does he live? Arkansas. Less taxes in Arkansas. Then you have Alice Walton, another Walton. Where does she live? Fort Worth, Texas. Less taxes. We continue here. Number 10, Michael Bloomberg, New York. Jeff Bezos. I don't even know who the hell that guy is. Oh, Amazon. All right. He lives in Washington. Sheldon Adelson, Las Vegas, Nevada. These people don't live in California because they don't want to pay all of their money in taxes. Well, if we pass Proposition 30, guess what? The tax rates are going to go up, and it's going to drive more wealthy people out of California. And with their money goes jobs, cars, boats, planes, everything that they buy, it goes with them. Vote no on Proposition 30. We also have casinos in California that are bringing money in as well. Do you know how many casinos we have in the state of California? Try 136. I'm not going to list all of them, but there are some beautiful casinos here in California. And guess what? They all pay money to the state of California. 136 of them. That's unbelievable. So we've got the smartest people in the world in the computer business. We have the most entertaining people, the most creative people in Hollywood. The state of California also has JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Now, it's a federally funded research and development center and NASA Field Center located right here in Pasadena. So let me run through this again for you, gang. We have the smartest people in the world. We've got the people who put Curiosity on Mars. We have people who run Apple and Google and Facebook up in Northern California. The smartest people when it comes to technology and computer science, and the most creative people in the world who live in Hollywood and Southern California. And we're broke as a state. What does that tell you? It tells you that the state of California has been mismanaged on the government side. The private sector is doing everything right. The government has screwed up. And now they're going to insult us and tell us that Proposition 30 is for the schools and lie to us about Proposition 30 and try to make us pay more in taxes because they screwed up. I say screw it to Jerry Brown and his lying proposal. No on Proposition 30. No on 30, no on 30. All right, when we come back, we'll have an update on the president, see what he's doing, see if he's still in town, and what streets to avoid. It's Tim Conway Jr. live on KFI AM640, more stimulating talk radio. More news now with